fellow Toastmaster. My name is Mehak, and I am delighted to be your Toastmaster of the day. Today's meeting is special because it's an open house, a day where we will open our doors to new friends, potential new members, and anyone who is curious about art of communication and leadership. Open house is as a symbol. Today we stand in Toastmasters is a welcoming environment where everyone is encouraged to step outside the comfort zone, speak their truth today, and grow into confident communicator and leaders. Whether you are here to improve your communication skills, develop leadership skills, or simply to observe a meeting, today is about showing the opportunities like what Toastmasters offers you at the individual level. So first, I would want to brief up that how a toast for every day or for every week that we come here. The first or the main very basic thing is the first segment in any Toastmasters meeting is the prepared speech session, wherein a speaker would be required to give the speech following the objectives described by Toastmasters International. Here, it is just the members, the paid members of the club who are required to give a speech because they have the certain objectives being stated from Toastmasters International. Coming to our second segment, that is the table topic session, wherein the speaker is required to provide a speech for 1 to provided by the table topic master. It would be an impromptu speech, and this session is open for both the members as well as the guests. So you guests can also participate in this table topics. Third, the most important segment is the evaluation session, which is very exclusive to Toastmasters International, something that is being provided here so that we can improve upon our speaking skills. That is basically the evaluation. The evaluation will be provided to the speakers through the as they have given their speech in the prepared speech segment. The evaluation would be provided on the basis of 3 other factors, that is the timer, whether you have completed your speech within the time or not, how many times you have used the filler words, what type of filler words you have been using in your speech, long pauses, short pauses, that will be provided by the R counter. And the third, that is the grammarian's role, where you will get that how you are using language in your when you are speaking, what kind of language you are using, and whether the things that you have been using is grammatically correct or not. So these are basically the 3 things where the evaluation is being provided. And the last, overall, the meeting is being evaluated by the general evaluator. What was the flow of the meeting? Was it some beneficial to all the members and the guests? That's what the agenda for the meeting in any Toastmasters, it's being provided like this. Before we dive into our main session or the first segment, that is the prepared speech, I would want to ask you some very basic questions about Toastmasters. The first one is very basic. I want to know from the guest, first of all, what is the name of the club that you have joined in meeting for today? Anyone who would like to answer?
Just a tad fewer than those who died from AR-15.
Yeah, is it the Storytellers Club or Leaders Connect?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are having a joint meeting. So there are 2 clubs present here today. One is Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, and the next is Leaders Connect Toastmasters Club. All right. So the next question for the guests, maybe, and the potential members is, in what area and division does both of the clubs lie? First, let's go for Storytellers. What is the division and in which area does that lie? Come on, experienced Toastmasters, you also can answer. Okay, Toastmaster Simi is raising her hand. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Mehak. The area is 4 and division is G. if I'm right. I'm not sure.
Absolutely correct. And for Legal Connect Toastmasters Club. So round of an applause for you. Now, for
Mehak, I just want to add the documentation that Ankita had sent for orientation. That was helpful because I was just wanting to know what is this terminology is area, division, district, region, and so many. So I just explored that, and that document gave me this information that what area and region we belong to. I think that was helpful.
all right, exactly. So that may be helpful for you. And that's what we are going to discuss over here today as well. So great work that you have read the document in the first place itself. Now, for storytellers, what is the area and what is the division?
Division F, I think.
Yes. And area?
No, नहीं पता.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. It's division F, area 1. So it's F1. That's where the storytellers lie. And it's G4 for Legal Connect Toastmasters Club. The last question for all of you. Both of these clubs lie in which district?
41.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much, everyone. Now, I'm sure that all the experience, the potential members, as well as the guests, you have a knowledge about which club you are entering the meeting into, what is the area, what is the division, and in which district do we lie. We'll cover more such things in the further segments, but let's move on to our first segment, which is the prepared speech session. Our first prepared speaker is Toastmaster Monica, and we have Toastmaster Mohit as her evaluator. I would want to invite on stage Toastmaster Mohit to please read out the objectives for Toastmaster Monica's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehek.
Toastmaster Mehek, would you like to introduce the GE and go for his introduction?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I missed it. All right. So first we will have, I would want to invite the general evaluator on stage so that we can cover up what are the tag team players and how the meeting as a whole would be evaluated. So our general evaluator for the meeting today is Toastmaster Chintan. Let's invite him on stage with a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahek. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, as mentioned, I'll be playing the role of a general evaluator. And in simple words, it's nothing but a role of a principal. That I'll be observer of what happens in the meeting for whoever comes on the stage and how the meeting runs in its entirety. I'll be coming at the third section and really well and what we can improve going forward. But this mammoth task, I cannot do it alone. So I have an army to help me. And the army is called the speech evaluators and the tag team. TAG stands for timer, counter, and grammarian. And starting with timer, we have none other than Toastmaster Rahul. He is a wonderful storyteller, a group lead with US-based MNC. He likes listening to music, reading books, yoga, solving Rubik's Cube, spending time with family and friends, and playing with nephew, and loves to travel. He joined Toastmasters to learn storytelling, and I think his mission is fulfilled. But at the same time, he wished to polish his leadership skills. Let's welcome on the stage Toastmaster Rahul to explain his role as a timer of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chintan. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Can anybody? Okay. I don't know why it is saying that my network bandwidth is low. Therefore, I think I am facing some latency. But all right. So My role as a timer is to keep time for all the speakers to ensure that everyone speaks within their allotted time slot. This will also help in ensuring that the meeting runs on time. Now, I will be tracking the time by showing yellow, red, and green sign through my screen sharing. Now, the timing of showing these signs are going to be different based on different roles. For example, prepared speeches are for 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll show green at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7 minutes. Speaker will have 30 seconds grace period on both side of the specified time limit. For table topic, time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll show green at 1, yellow at 1 minute 30, and red card at 2 minutes. Again, the speaker will have a 30 seconds grace period after 2 minutes to wrap up his or her speech. The time allotted for speech evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes. I'll show the green sign at 2, yellow at 2 minute 30, and red at 3 minutes. Speaker has a grace period of 30 seconds on both side of the specified time limit. Again, I will be changing my background picture to show you these signs, and I see that I don't have the co-host right. So in case you're not able to see those signs, you can't blame me. You have to blame Mohit sir in case you get disqualified. So Mohit sir, you have to share the co-host rights with me. Thank you. I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. That's all. Back to you, Toastmaster Chintan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul, for explaining your role with so much precision. Would you like to check changing the background colors and to show to everyone that how it works?
Yes, I have now got the
Toast-
co-host rights.
Okay.
Let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm changing my background picture.
Yeah, we can
Is-
see.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for confirming.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
so that's how I'm
Toastmaster.
going to show the different color signs for these times. Back to you, Toastmaster Chintan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul. Next up, we have Ah counter. And let's hear from Toastmaster Umesh, who is passionate about public speaking, and I'm loving him playing the roles in this kind of meetings at many places and with so much enthusiasm. So let's hear it what's there in our store from him, Toastmaster Umesh.
Good morning, everyone. How many of you have taken a flight? Just raise your hand. And how many of you have experienced the turbulence in the flight? Just raise your hand. So, do you remember the turbulence that you have faced? Right. Similarly, while delivering our speech, we have some kind of turbulence. What are these? These are the crutches and the filler words. And these turbulence, they impact our speech, they impact our confidence, also they impact the audience concentration towards you. So today, as a role of our counter, I'm going to note down all the crutches and as well as the filler words that creates the turbulence in your speech. And near the end of the meeting, I am going to help you to note down all these crutches and filler words that you have used to improve yourself. For those who don't know what are these crutches and filler words, let me tell you, crutches words are those words that we use repeatedly to pause, to think, or to make up sentence, like well, and, so, literally, actually, and many more. And what are the filler words? Filler words are those words that we use when we are not able to think. Like, mm, so, so these are the words that I'm going to note down in your speech, and near the end of the meeting, I'm going to help you by displaying my report so that you can improve yourself. Over to you, General
Thank you so
Evaluator.
much, Toastmaster Umesh. And next, we have someone who is a business co-pilot at Nestle. But we all have seen his energy in Toastmasters. He's a wonderful speaker and equally amazing leader. We have Toastmaster Ashish Agrawal as a grammarian of the day. And let's welcome on the stage Toastmaster Ashish.
Thank you so much, journal evaluator. My sugar level would have gone up if I test right now. Today, I'm going to play the role of your grammarian. Have you ever observed a person using wrong grammar? What happens instantly, isn't it? Likewise, when we are using wrong grammar, our own impression of ourselves also goes down. And grammar, of course, has been designed to ensure that our English is spick and span and we are able to communicate. Each language has a rule. And for English language, we have to follow the grammar. Today, my role as a grammarian is to pick up areas of good usages, wherever people use expressions, words, etc., which touch our hearts. At the same time, I'll be also picking up areas which we can improve forward. As you all perhaps know, communication is not only about speaking, it's equally about listening. On the listening part of it, I have two interesting challenges for all of you. One, whenever you listen a word that you like, write on a chat box, and I'll be observing all of you who are writing. Also, as a part of my role, I have to give you the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Since it's a rainy day, I have chosen the phrase to be, when it rains, it pours. It is, I think, particularly true about this year's monsoon. Whenever it's raining, it's pouring like crazy. And we hope and pray this rain and pour is good for all of us, especially those of the people who are on the roads nowadays are finding a bit of a challenge. And my sympathies with them. The word of the day today is maze. Maze is a system or path which is designed to confuse you, and you have to get out of the maze of life in the manners unique to you. And whenever anybody is using the word of the day or the phrase of the day, the role which all of us have is to listen actively and give a thumbs up, encouraging the person for the usage of the word and the phrase of the day. So toward the end of the meeting, when called upon by journal evaluator, I'll be sharing my report. Back to you, Toastmaster Chintan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, Toastmaster Ashish. And for your sugar level, I'll have my report which will it neutralize. Saying that, let's ensure we have amazing meeting. We would love to see your reactions on the video, and I'll be back with my report along with my army of evaluators at the very end, third section of the meeting, whenever called upon by Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak. And Mehak, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan. Let's have a warm round of applause for our general evaluator and the CAT team. Now, without further ado, let's start with our very first segment, that is the Prepare Speech session. And I would want to invite Toastmaster Mohit on stage, the evaluator for our first speaker, Toastmaster Monica, to read out her speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. Toastmaster Monica is starting her new level 2, from the visionary communication path. Her speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes long. Timer, please note. The project objective is for the member to identify her primary leadership style and for the member to share some aspect of her primary leadership style or discuss leadership styles in general. That's it. And with that, all the best to Toastmaster Monica. Handing over the stage back to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Toastmaster Monica, I hope that you're ready. All right. May I know your speech title?
Am I audible?
Yes.
You are on.
So the title of my speech is Leaders Also Learn from Mistakes. Can I request the timer to be pinned so that they'll see him? Maybe I'll change my view. Okay. Okay.
Toastmaster Monica. Leaders also learn from mistakes. Leaders also learn from mistakes. Toastmaster Monica.
2nd February 2007. I was very excited at around 6 p.m. when I was winding off from my office to go back home. It was a special day, and people were waiting for me at home for celebration. I was visualizing what I have to go back and do. Suddenly, my team member came and told me that the important release that we had to make that day is stuck. I was shocked. What would I do at this point of time when I know I have to rush back home? So, as a leader, I took responsibility. I sat with him, tried to resolve what the problem is. 2 years later, 2 hours later, I was still stuck at the problem. I got a call from my home saying, "We are waiting for you. Where are you? It's a special day for you." It was my first anniversary that day. I was like feeling very guilty because I should be at somewhere else where I'm stuck here. So I thought, let me call my manager and discuss the matter with him. I called him. Boss, I'm in a problem. The release that we had to do today is stuck. Okay, Mona, I know you can do it. Please go ahead and ensure that this is outdoor because this is very crucial. Boss, the problem is that I have some important stuff at home. I need to go. Can you please permit me to delay the release by a day? Mona, you know, this is not possible because this is an important release. You are a leader. You have to own it. Sir, but I have said what I had to. You are a team lead. Make decision, take charge. Bye. What to do now? I decided to stay back, rethink my decision. I worked with my team. 1 hour later, we were able to resolve the issue. We were able to send back the release, and I was able to rush back home almost well in time. In this scenario, there were few good things happen, but as a democratic kind of a leader, affiliative type of a leader, I was little disappointed because I was not expecting this kind of a cold behavior from my manager. But certainly there were one positive and one negative that he did. There was one positive and one negative that I also did in this situation. So the positive by my manager, which I could not see that day, was he left me to make a decision. He gave me the authority. I was not able to see that day. The negative that he did was he didn't listen to me. He could have asked me the question, what is that important? How can I help? He didn't ask, which I was expecting. This was my manager. And me, good thing, I rethought my decision. Can I do something different? Can I switch my gears? I did, and I was able to do correctly what was needed that time. Secondly, I didn't communicate properly. I could have been very clear on what my challenge is. Being a leader in front of my team, I was supposed to give them an example how the communication has to be, how the conflict has to be resolved right at that time. But because I was also very new to the leadership role, I was still learning, I was still trying to adapt to the things. So, what I learned out of this experience is that each individual, when behaving as a leader, has a code to conduct. Leadership is definitely a maze everybody has to pass through and learn through. And my learning was that in this code, CO stands for the communication. The communication has to be very strong by the leaders. And when we say communication, it's not about what you are telling, it's also about how you are making others to open up. It involves active listening. And as John Maxwell very well said in his book, ask question, because good leaders ask good questions. Had my leader asked me a question, I would have been better to share my concerns with him. So important is to open up with the question also while you are listening. D is delegate. That my leader was doing. He delegated me the task, but eventually he should also have helped me to decide at a critical situation rather than leaving me alone at that vulnerable state because I was being new. But that also gave me an authority to make a decision and move forward. So D, delegation. And then is E, elevation. Elevate your people. You have to understand the personal need of each individual. It's not easy. It's really not easy, I'm telling you, because every individual has their own requirement. But as a leader, we are the bridge between the organization supposed to propagate the information downwards as well as upwards. So we are merely a bridge. As Simon Sinek very beautifully says, leadership is a way to think, a way to act, and a way to communicate. So your thought, your action, and your communication is really, really crucial if you really want to contribute not only to the people or the organization sitting at the top, also to the people who are looking at you as an example. Because as John Quincy Adams says, if your action inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more and become more, then only you are a leader. This is my take on leadership. I'm sure everybody has their own learning because we learn through mistakes, sometimes ours and sometimes others. My question to you all, what is your leadership style and how are you willing to adapt new knowledge or new learnings to improve yourself? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica, for this wonderful speech and for letting us know that what exactly our leadership style is and how we can learn like what our leadership style is. We can how we can figure out what it is. Now, I would request everyone to please take up a minute and put your feedback for Toastmaster Monica in the chat below. Thank you so much, everyone. Now we will move ahead to our next speaker, Toastmaster Ragini. Before inviting her on stage, I would request Toastmaster Deepthi, her evaluator, to please come up on stage and introduce the objectives for Toastmaster Ragini.
Thank you, Mehak. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to evaluate an icebreaker speech today. The icebreaker is being delivered by Toastmaster Ragini. Her pathway is team collaboration, and the title of the speech is Life is Full of Surprises. The objective of an icebreaker is for the speaker to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of the speech. Timer, please note the time limit for Ragini's speech will be 4 to 6 minutes, as this is an icebreaker. And let's look forward to hearing Ragini and what she has to share in the maze that follows. Thank you. Back to you, Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepthi. I see Toastmaster Ragini is ready. And I would want everyone to know that since it's an icebreaker speech, so let's give a standing ovation once the speech is over to the speaker. Toastmaster Ragini, I hope that you are ready for your speech. Toastmaster Ragini, life is full of surprises. Life is full of surprises. Toastmaster Ragini.
Thank you, Mahek. Quick audio check. Am I audible and visible? Okay, thank you. One of the greatest discoveries a person can make is one of the greatest surprises anybody can face is to find he can do what he was or she was always afraid that he or she couldn't do it. I discovered a lot of possibilities to get out of maze in my life, and I'll walk you through now. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I am Ragini. I am born and brought up from Hyderabad. I've been in Toastmaster before, and I'm redoing my icebreaker session. I felt joining this group icebreaker session would be a best start. My childhood has been very great. I've been very bright and passionate student. I was always fascinated towards science, and I always had this urge to become nutritionist. And I went up to my parents and said, Dad, I want to become nutritionist. Guess what? I'm a laughing stock in my family. My dad's reaction was, you cannot eat properly. How would you convince others to do it? I was heartbroken. And my science teacher, who was also dentist by profession, she had a very great influence on me. She always used to give me some newspaper articles, provide me additional books to study, so that my mind is always towards choosing science as my career. But the biggest surprise I got in my life is I had to choose maths as my career. So when it rains, it pours. I couldn't convince my parents but to choose the maths as my career. Coming from a middle class family, I cannot say I don't want to study and waste my parents' money. I had to put extra effort, be it Saturday, Sunday, extra 6 hours, extra 5 hours, to just let go of my fears of mathematics. To my surprise, I stood as a topper in my +1 and +2. And also I got a very good rank in entrance examination, where I got into a very prestigious college of engineering. After completing my BTech was also a tough road ahead because engineering is also kind of a tough journey. All my friends were getting into placements when I was in third year. I thought I was a bright student. I would happily get into some job and, I'll also wear the IT ID card and get into a job sometime. Finished my fourth year, first semester. To my surprise, again, I couldn't get into any job. Forget about getting into job. I was not clearing the entrance examinations. I was heartbroken. I couldn't realize what was going wrong with me. Straight 17 interviews, I failed very badly. Finished my BTech I was about to receive my graduation and everything. I was standing there heartbroken, taking the picture with my group. Everybody has the job offer in their hands. Way back in 2010. I didn't know what to do. Here comes the courageous in me, stood up. Let me also realize what went through, what I have gone through in my 10th standard. Let me redo it again. I had to practice a lot. I had to put a lot of effort again. So there was an off-campus that was going on. 2,800 people were writing the entrance examination. I was pretty sure, forget about on campus, there were like 400 to 500 people were attempting. I was not getting into it. I was not at all confident of even giving an attempt. To my surprise, 23 people got selected and I was among them. I finally got my job after my engineering. I took 1 month break from BTech and job and I was happily joining. So when it pours, it, it when it rains, it pours. That's actually true in my case. I always had to, when you see a roller coaster ride, I always get to the lower side very often to only surprise myself that I could do something more. So I got into my job. I was pretty good engineer there. I got a project where, I had to automate something in the Switzerland airport. People were using some tool, kind of an automation to do their bookings. I was, on top of my game to be a best engineer in the organization. But all of a sudden, I also got an on-site opportunity where, it was even more happiest reason to be, putting a lot of effort in the work. Suddenly a senior comes to my manager and say, I also been putting a lot of effort into the project. Why Ragini is getting an on-site? I was about to travel. And when you're about to travel, you are all set with all your arrangements, your luggage, your passport, everything was ready. 2 days before your travel, they ask you to not to travel, right? It's very heartbreaking situation for me. You get to experience the rush of feelings on the top of your game, and again you get to the sadness of it. My life has always been like that. It's always been a roller coaster ride. And I got back to my work. I didn't know what to do. I was devastated. I was also removed from the project for some internal politics. I don't know what was happening. And then post Hyderabad, never moved out of Hyderabad. It's always been like that for me. And it was also high time. I was, my parents were behind me to get me married. And I never thought I would end up writing myself in a matrimonial column. It's a very difficult job. Any person would go through. And, I was also getting so many things. And all of a sudden, somebody comes from your family and says, if a woman is working, that is fine for me. I can manage. So I got married to a beautiful person who is also my best friend now. That was also a roller coaster ride, which with time permits, I'm not able to explain. And also the Toastmaster journey happened that way. When I attempted my first Toastmaster, I was stood there. I did not speak a word. It was devastating experience for me, but the surge of surprise again hit me. I was able to speak, and also I had received a lot of awards, couple of best speaker and best role player award in my life. Over to Toastmaster TMOD of the day, Mehak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ragini, for the inspiring and insightful speech. A round of an applause for Toastmaster Ragini for giving her icebreaker speech today. I think you really brought so much. You have been an inspiration for all of us, like how you manage so much struggles that you have faced in your life. And this calls for just a quote that reminds me of like every cloud has a silver lining. And you have given such valuable lessons, I think, that from your speech today. So kudos to you. Thank you. Now we will have our let's take up a minute to provide feedback for Toastmaster Ragini in the chat below. Toastmaster Deepak. Before inviting him on stage, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Ashish, to share the objectives for Toastmaster Deepak's speech.
Thanks so much, Toastmaster of the Day. It doesn't happen every day that all of us get to witness two icebreakers. Today is that special day. After an amazing icebreaker by Toastmaster Ragini, be ready to witness yet another great icebreaker. For my target speaker, the title is Speech Disaster. The path he has chosen is Presentation Mastery. And timer, please note, being an icebreaker, the time would be 4 to 6 minutes. Back to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish. I can see Toastmaster Deepak is ready with his speech. All right. Toastmaster Deepak, speech disaster, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mac. How I am look like today? A person having public speaking fear overside, standing in front of veterans to deliver the speech. Disaster. Every master was once a disaster. A very beautiful quote by the author Hawke. Disaster. A very dark word which no one want to carry in their life. But disaster is not permanent. This is just time being if you're willing to kill it. Very good morning, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guest. Today I am delivering my first icebreaker speech. I'm Deepak Kumar, a village born and bottom boy, studied till 12th in government school with no future aim and even no guidance. So, little intelligent, hence completed 12th from Commerce Steve. So, my life was disaster that time because I don't have any career goal or any future aim that time. But what's next? So I have just one option: college. College. Next, college. College. A very beautiful place. A place where everyone want to be the star, to be the one and stealing the limelight of the college through academic or other activity. My energy was overside that time, so I converted whole my energy to be a stage performer. I was become a star too, So my thinking at that time that this is my life. So I took my focus away from the academic things, and I started this stage performance thing. So 3 year completed. I have completed my computer course as well during my graduation. So just because to participate one of the dream. The dream Gurgaon is like Singapore for me, being a villager. So I start searching job here, and it took lot of struggle, and 6, 7, 8 months, and finally got the job in a automobile company. The struggle, because I'm not from IIT, I am not having even good enough communication skill, known experience of accounts or computer. But just because of the stamp of that fresher, I started working there. Uh, it took 8 months. I totally frustrated with that job, or can say I survived very badly. I'll share this experience of that company next speech. But finally, a day came and I got a new job in a pharma MNC, but in contingent employee. So when I joined that MNC, I don't have any good communication skill and anything. So even I couldn't speak English properly. But my manager has given me that confidence. No, Deepak, you can do it. And he has given me the south region of India, where people either talk in English or their regional language. So since I completely know aware about their regional language, so I started my journey with them in English communication. So it took 3 years. So after 3 years, so I was not good enough in communication, but I leading them people in many of the projects. So what is next? My next goal, next dream, go to next level. Okay, the day came and company has given me opportunity to be a on roll employee. So I joined here as senior executive and looking after the global trade of $100 million business. There I have to connect or work with the global team, Mexico, France, Singapore, etc. And the team which I joined that time was outstanding. Their communication skill, presentation skill, they were dealing with big customers was outstanding. So I again thinking that English itself have multiple levels. And I observed that I'm still on level 1. But just because of my expertise in technical field, I started raising flag there. So I nominated in 6 months one of the rookie award, kind of quick learner award. After 1 year, got the promotion, and after 1.5 years, I uh, nominated for the best employee of the company. But somehow I couldn't change the nomination to be winner. So I thinking, where is gap? Where is gap? So I connected with my manager, and he told me the reason. Deepak, your work has shown to the management, hence you nominated here. But the presentation skill, the work you want to present with them was not as up to mark as management. So you're losing this award. Oh, so it's very disappointing situation for me. So I looking some stage or some platform where I can improve my these things. So one of my colleague told me about the Toastmaster, and I joined Toastmaster 3 months back. Uh, I'm still a disaster, and many of the person told me that if you think you are a disaster, you will become a disaster. But my thinking is little different here. That yes, I am a disaster because if I think I'm disaster, I start searching the weakness of that things which I have to learn, I have to improve, and I have to kill this disaster from my life. So thank you everyone. Thank you.
What a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Deepak. Thank you so much for sharing your life experiences. And this is a huge milestone that you have covered today, sharing your icebreaker speech with all of us. It's wonderful to learn more about you, to more stories from you as well. And I must say that your confidence and courage in today's speech is truly commendable. So a huge round of an applause once again. Thank you so much. Now, I would request everyone to please take up a minute to provide your feedback for the speaker. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. As we wrap up this prepare experience segment now, I would want to invite Toastmaster Mohit on the podium to please share about Toastmasters and to discuss and take it forward, like how we will be moving upon to the orientation PPT for all the potential members and the guests. I would
Thank you,
request the
Toast.
just a second. I would request the timer to please note that the timing would be 5 to 7.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. Thank you for this opportunity to share with everyone our kickoff guide or the onboarding kit, as we call it. I'm just checking if I have share access. Yes. Okay. So that's the onboarding kit that we have created for our clubs. This will be handed over to any new joiners, especially those who are new to Toastmasters, but also those who are joining into our club for the first time. I will just mention the key things that are in this guide so everybody is aware. These are our club officers or the Leaders Connect Toastmasters who you can always reach out to if you need any support, guidance, or help. It would be important to know a little. I was glad to hear that Simi, for example, now knows that we are part of Division G and Area 4. All of us now know that we are part of District 41. So that's really important to know if we are part of something, the history and the reasons of our existence should be clear. And that's what this guide tries to cover. We also covered today that Toastmasters' core values are respect, actually integrity first, then respect, service, and excellence. We've come out with our own club's core value as well, which is part of the overall overarching Toastmasters club values and derived from that. These are the 3 I's: integrity, innovation, and inclusion. Integrity is that we don't do something wrong even if it looks tempting. Innovation is what we try to practice. We try to bring in guest speakers. We try to bring out expertise from within the groups, joint meetings, and our website, and multiple other things that we strive towards. And inclusion is no matter how different we are, we don't focus on our differences. We focus on making sure everybody is feeling included and comfortable as a part of this club. So we've covered that in our onboarding guide. It also talks about how to start the journey. We got a feedback that new Toastmasters do not know where to start, and this is that starting point. You can log in to your Toastmasters site using the credentials which come in the moment you become a Toastmaster. And then you have to enroll into the pathways, which is a tailored program based on your requirements. Then you ask for Toastmasters club vice president to assign you a mentor who will help you along the way. It also covers the sample project, which is the icebreaker, and it covers about the different roles that happen in any typical meeting. This guide also covers the structure of the meeting, so you can take a look offline and understand what the essence is. Although this is not cast in stone, but it is a good reference point. At the end, it covers the different roles in any typical meeting. So you have the script, you know what is the objective of that role in great detail. At the end, it talks about the Toastmasters promise. So this is where I would like to request everybody to pay attention. So we can do this promise now. I'll read it out, and at the end, I will ask you if you all agree to making this promise. So the Toastmaster promise is that I promise to attend club meetings regularly, to prepare all my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmasters education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluations, to help club maintain positive, friendly environment, which is necessary for members to learn and grow, to serve as club officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow club members and guests with respect, courtesy, to bring guests to the meeting so they can see benefits of Toastmasters, to adhere to the guidelines and rules for all Toastmasters education and recognition programs, and last, to act with Toastmasters' core value of integrity, respect, service, and excellence during the conduct of all Toastmasters activities. Can I ask everybody to unmute and say, I will agree to the promise of Toastmaster? Say, I will.
I
I
will.
will.
I will.
Wonderful. That's the good segue back into Toastmasters Mehek's segment. Back to you, Toastmaster Mehek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for sharing the onboarding document with all of us. Now I'm sure all the guests and the potential members are clear about what will we be sharing. And once you give a read to the document, you will get to know more about Toastmasters. With this, let's move ahead and we will move on to our second segment, that is the table topics. And to take us forward, I would like to invite on stage our table topic master, Toastmaster Sagar.
Thank you, Mehak. I hope I am audible, right? All right. So, hi everyone. Good morning. So today I'll be playing the role of the table topics master. And as a table topics master, I'll help you all to practice impromptu speaking. So I'll call on the speakers and introduce you to the topics. And you'll have roughly around 1 to 2 minutes to speak on that topic. And so after hearing three amazing speeches today, I was thinking it would be interesting to make or to take a moment to reflect on our collective Toastmasters journey. So each one of us have come from a different experience within this club, and whether it is overcoming the fear of our first speech or learning on how to give the feedbacks or learning the leadership roles. So with that in mind, I was thinking to speak on the feedbacks or our journey of Toastmasters. I prepared some thoughtful questions on for today's table topics that are directly related to the Toastmasters experience. So I'll encourage you all to speak on your personal stories, lessons, and the memories you are carrying with this Toastmasters journey. All right. So let's begin. Anyone who would like to volunteer for the first question? Or shall I call anyone from the group? Toastmaster Chintan, would you like to take the first question?
I think I will go second. We have hand raised from guest Manoj, so we can
All right.
go with him.
All right. Sure. So Toastmaster Manoj, just wanted to know if you have already been a Toastmaster or it's your first experience.
Been Toastmaster before.
All right. That's great. So the first question for you, the table topic is, so what has been the most rewarding speech you have given in the Toastmasters and why? What has been the most rewarding speech you have given in Toastmaster and why?
Fellow Toastmasters guest, one of the most rewarding speech. Well, most of my speeches are hopeless. I never tried to incite any excitements in people. I never seen anyone people laughing at my gigs. But let me tell you my story where I fumbled and people laughed. This was many years ago when I was doing my first icebreaker, not icebreaker. I was introduced to Toastmasters. I thought I was always been a very good speaker. I never had any problem in speaking in front of audience. And for me, speaking is like a cakewalk. I can go into and speak it. That's what I do because that's what my consulting assignment allows me to do. Because I can sit and speak for ages and ages of my topic. One of my friend asked me to come with me and go to a Toastmaster. I said, Toastmaster, what is Toastmasters all about? Are they going to toast something or chicken or something like that? No, you come over to me. He didn't introduce me something like a multi-level marketing. He took me to the place. I was sitting there, suited and booted. I saw a few number of people sitting around in a round table kind of thing. And I was sitting there watching what crap they're speaking about it. I thought I can nail it down very easily. No issues on that. And that's where come the time where icebreaker table topic came. And I was being called upon because I was so confident. My face was brimming with some kind of, I can nail it down. I thought I can nail it down. So he called me. I was standing in front of an audience of 15, 20 people like this. And he asked me a very simple topic because I was a guest. And I was looking around everyone. Eyeballs were popping up, looking to speak every single word. Not even a single second I can able to stand and fumble around it. Not even a single word come to me with a simple topic. I was sweating. My hands were wrenching. I don't know where the sweat's coming from, my hands or my pants. I was literally standing there trying to fall down. And that's where I feel who I am in my speaking journey. I know what gravity I hold on the earth in my speaking things. And that's where my start of journey of Toastmasters begins. I thought this is a platform where I was looking at because I was confident. There was a fake confidence in me. I was sitting on the fence for many years trying to improve my communication. But that moment makes me awake and realize me how good I am in speaking, how confident, fake confidence I have. So that was a kind of alarming session. Maybe it's a good, I don't know whether that is my first era, but that's my experience. Over to you, Table Topic Master. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. I personally can relate with you. It's the same experience I had even before joining Toastmasters. So thanks for the speech. All right, I can see a couple of hands raised. Toastmaster Chintan, I think we can start with you. Okay. So the topic for you is, how has your confidence in public speaking evolved since joining Toastmasters? I'll repeat, how has your confidence in public speaking evolved since joining Toastmasters? Toastmasters Center.
How many of you feel butterflies when you are called on the stage? I also had more than 1,000 butterflies when I was called for the first time on the stage. And how the confidence evolved as I went through. Now I have around 100 when I am called right now. Because we all have that nervous energy, the anxiety. If someone is telling that they don't have stage fright or no anxiety, there are only two ways to conclude that the person doesn't know public speaking or he or she is lying. It's not about anxiety or confidence. It's about how we tackle the nervous energy. And I didn't know it before. I was having crazy confidence when I joined, just like few of you right now mentioned. And I still remember my first mentor telling me as I sent through my first draft of the speech, and he replied with 3 words: don't deliver it. And as cocky as I was, and I am, I went on and delivered it and got the thunderous round of applause and standing ovation from the generous Toastmasters. But when contest came, that time I realized that I was ignoring the most important piece of the advice. And from that moment, I emptied my cup, I killed my ego, and I started working on myself. And in that journey, my confidence has improved till a level that I recently started coaching people on communication. So if someone asks me what Toastmasters has brought to you, I would say it's an integral part of my life because it infused me with confidence, not on the stage, but also off the stage. Thank you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chintan. Well, this reminds me of a quote that being fearless is absence of fear. It's being fearless is not the absence of fear, it's about being completely terrified and jumping in anyway. So thanks, Toastmaster Chintan. Okay, next I can call Toastmaster Deepti. Would you like to take the next topic?
Yes.
Sure. Just a sec. Okay, so can you share a time when you felt nervous before a speech and how you overcame it? Can you share a time when you felt nervous before a speech and how you overcame it? Toastmaster Deepti.
Thank you, Sagar, for taking us back into our Toastmaster journeys and noting down all the topics that you've shared. Well, nervousness uh, is an integral part of our system when we're coming on stage, whether, however experienced we feel we may be. The most nervous I felt was when I delivered my speech for the area contest. Now, I've been a prodigy of the online Toastmasters world, and never have I delivered a speech in a physical setting. But with the grace of God and the hard work and support of my fellow Toastmasters, I got the opportunity to be qualified for the area level ISC contest. And it just happened this last year. So I had to deliver the speech in a physical setting at one of the Toastmasters designated places. Now, the first set of butterflies was walking into me so that I could remember my speech verbatim, because I wanted to use the vocal variety, the special words I had incorporated, and worked on my speech, reworked on my speech multiple times. The second set of butterflies walked into me so that I could reach the venue in good time. I wanted to leave the house in a jiffy. And the third and the loudest set of butterflies of nervousness was when my name and the title of my speech were called out. The interesting part was that just before I walked onto the stage, I was sent a message by my husband, which read that it was God's plan to have you be on the stage today. So go for it. Grab it with both your hands. Stay calm and be you. That's what I want to tell and share with each one of you. It's a plan. Go for it. Take the opportunity. Seize the moment. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepthi. You very rightly said everything is God's plan, and whatever happens, happens for the good. All right. So next, we can call. I can see a couple of hands raised. Toastmaster Rajendra. Yes, Toastmaster Rajendra. Would you like to take the next topic? All right. So, sir, the topic for you is, so which leadership role in Toastmaster has had the highest impact on your personal growth? Which leadership role in Toastmasters has had the biggest impact on your personal growth? Toastmaster Rajendra. I think you are on mute, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Tabletop Master, fellow members and guests. I joined Toastmasters in 2008, and I was a very shy person. I was not able to stand before public and let alone speaking in front of the public. So my main purpose of joining the Toastmasters is to be a public speaker. Leadership role came much later, I think in 2012 or 13. I first became the treasurer. That was the easiest leadership role for me, just to collect money from members. And then I moved on to VP membership. The VP membership role was the role that made an impact on my life. I was able to interact with the members as soon as the guests or the members came in the Toastmaster meetings. And those were the days when only offline meetings were held. And I'm a strictly offline person. I generally avoid online, because when it comes to public speaking, I think offline is the method that we can learn the most, where we are fully focused. So in those times, our team was very strong. In West Delhi Toastmasters, I became VP membership. As VP membership and all the EC members, we used to come 15-20 minutes before the meeting. We enjoyed it so much. And then welcome every guest and every member in the meeting, set up the platform for the guests, for them to have an enjoyable experience. And that, in fact, impacted my life in a great way. I was able to communicate with people. I was able to make them comfortable in my office also. So it had made me humble and polite and welcoming, because so the time is getting up, so I have to close my speech. So VP membership, I will say, is the role that impacted my life the most. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajendra, for sharing your experience with us. For the next topic, I just wanted to confirm, Toastmaster Rahul, if you have the time to take another topic.
Just one topic.
All right, sure. So I can see a couple, three hands raised. Toastmaster Ragini, Deepak, and Seema. Can we take Toastmaster Seema this time because she hasn't spoken? Toastmaster Seema, would you
Please,
like to
please, please.
take?
Thank you so much.
So,
Yeah.
all right, so the topic for you is, if you could go back and redo your first speech in Toastmasters, what would you change or improve? If you could go back and redo your first speech in Toastmasters, what would you change or improve? Toastmasters Seema.
Well, life is a roller coaster ride, and in life, there's no undo button. On the contrary, if I ever get a chance to go back in the history, which is a mystery, and to change the things if I had to correct in my first ever, the fresh speech, would have been nothing. Because I believe whatever moment a person has, one has to do the best. And at that point of time, when I was completely naive, completely fresh, completely, I didn't have any idea how to deliver a speech, I could give a speech. I'm an optimistic. I see the bright side. I believe sun rises every time. I believe no matter what the world is doing, the sun does its job. So, ladies and gentlemen, whether it's past or today or future, why go back in time? Why not correct everything then and there? Why not make the most and say to ourselves, hey, I did my best, so that we all can become our best versions? Who doesn't want audience? My field has been into flourishing, rising like the sun, and meeting people through Toastmasters is always blessing. On the other side, no one can help you until you help yourself, because remember, God helps those who help themselves. So I believe whether it's past, present, or future, I focus on giving my best, and I never regret on things wherever I give my best. So yes, I won't change anything, because I believe whatever happens happens for a good cause. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for sharing your insights. Toastmaster Rahul, can we take one more topic if it is possible?
Ask the president.
I think we will have to park it for next time, Toastmaster Sagar.
Sure,
The
sure.
villain here and break that news in interest of everybody's time. Thank you.
Sure. So yeah, I'll thank you so much all the speakers. It was great listening to you. And for all those who wanted to speak, I saw some more hands raised and got some messages. So we would like to hear you next time for sure in the next session. So back to you, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sagar, for having this amazing session for all of us. And just to let everyone know, with this session, we also covered like how Toastmasters can help in various parts of your life and how it has played significant role in the life of so many members and individuals coming from different areas and different interests in leadership, whether it's in speaking skill, being in a leadership position, and how all the position and the roles that has been offered by Toastmasters have a chance for us to improve upon ourselves. So with this, I would request the timer. We have a segment that is the website navigation. I would take 5 to 7 minutes on this. Please time me on that basis. And this is for all the new members that you have joined the club recently. I'm sharing my screen to show you the Toastmasters website. So I'm sure you are able to see my screen. Please give a thumbs up if you are able to. All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul. Now, this is the main web page that you can see. This is the website called as Toastmasters International, toastmasters.org.in. You can log in here. You might have got a username and a password. So now you can log in to this platform. Here you can see on the first page, you have been provided with your member number. Please keep this at one place. We might need for certain information, your membership number is being required. So this is your member number, just to let everyone know. Coming upon, first is the very important thing, that is your educational goals. What you are in for Toastmasters here, that is your speeches. Now, I am sure that all of you present here have selected a pathway for all the new members. I hope that you've selected a pathway and you are supposed to go to base camp if you have not selected, or if you want to view that what is your pathway. Here I am showing you what is my project, what is my level and what path I have chosen in Toastmasters. You can see that my pathway is presentation mastery. I would be opening up the levels that I have crossed in Toastmasters. I am currently on level 3. Now for all the Toastmasters, this is your project. For instance, if you're selecting a pathway, it would show here. Mine is presentation mastery. There are 11 pathways. You can choose whatever you're comfortable with and you might have chosen as well. Here you can see the different kind one has for all of us. For instance, in level 1, there is an icebreaker, evaluation and feedback, research and presenting. There are 3 projects in level 1. If I open the first project, it will say launch. I'm supposed to launch my first project. There would be certain guides for me. It would be presenting that what all things I need to present in my speech today, what is my evaluation and how will my evaluation be done. There would be certain things being shown on your screen. It's like you all can view this. You will get to know that what you have to give your speech upon. This is basically an educational criteria for all of you. This is your introduction. Here it would be mentioned that what is the speech about, what is an icebreaker, so to make you comfortable with that what you are presenting your speech on. This shows, it will give you an adherence to what your speech is, what you are giving, what is your project, on what level you are. This shows your skills to be assessed before you are moved. Give me a raise of hands for how many of us have viewed this before. This is, and you once you, for instance, I guess today Ragini has given her icebreaker speech and Toastmaster Deepak has given the icebreaker speech. May I know that did you follow this and assess your skills before giving the speech criteria?
So I'm redoing my project. So when I did it for the first time, I did it, but this time I straight away gave it.
All right, no, that's okay if you have given it once.
Yeah.
And Deepak?
No, I didn't know about this.
All right.
So
You can go back and have this done before. So in this way, you will get to know that where you lie right now. And after giving your speech also, there would be one so that you will be assessing. Once you are over with your speech, you will get to know that how you did in your speech. And that's basically an self-evaluation for your own self. Here you will also get to know, and there is a, in this video, you will get to know that what basically an icebreaker speech is and how you need to perform in an icebreaker speech. So this is the video that is being shown and being presented in the evaluation.
Every Toastmaster.
Excel. So I think now you're able to see that there are various things that you can view here. We'll not cover all of it because I think it will take a lot of time for all of us. This is your, once you go to your evaluation, here you can see your evaluation resource sheet. This is a sheet which all the speakers are required to share with their evaluators beforehand. So this is what all about once you log into any project if you're giving a speech. before, these are all the activities that you need to do before you are giving your speech and before you are flying your speech with your Vice President Education. Once your speech is over, this is for all the members. Once your speech is over, go back to this platform. You will get to know that once you have completed and given your speech, you will have to complete your project. You will get a certificate for this, and you will here get a tick mark, and your 25% of the level of the speech would be completed. This is a very important step for all the Toastmasters to complete. So I'm making sure just go once now, since we have three speakers today. Go back to your project in all aspects. You will get a tick mark here. Once you are done with one project, second project, third project, you will get a level certification, completion certificate here that says level 1, and you would have to submit the requirement with your Vice President of Education. Once all of this is done, you will get a level 1 complete certificate. Here it shows 100% complete. So this is a very important step. I hope we are clear with this, how we can navigate this web page and how we can go ahead with the website navigation this is just for the speakers part. If you have any confusion or anything, maybe we can take up in the next during the question and answer round. However, I'm sure we are clear with this, how we can navigate our speech, what pathway we are following, what is the projects, and how we can download our evaluation resource sheet as well. Please show a thumbs up if you are aware about this and you are now sure about it as well. All right, thank you so much. So I will stop here and we'll take up the questions towards the next part. Thank you so much, everyone. We will move on to our general evaluation segment. For this, I would like to invite on stage Toastmaster Chintan to take up us forward.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mahek, for that insightful session for the new members. Let's begin evaluation of the speeches first, and then we will move to the tag team, which is followed by my evaluation for the entire meeting. And for the first speaker, let me welcome on the stage an amazing Toastmaster, a great storyteller, president of this club, none other than Toastmaster Mohit Sani. He loves to wear many hats. He's a writer, he blogs, and if no one has visited the stories he writes, I request you to ask him the website and you will love reading those stories. So let's welcome on the stage Toastmaster Mohit Sani as an evaluator for this very first speaker who had delivered the speech. Toastmaster Mohit Sani.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan. I read somewhere that there are 3 elements in a good speech: ethos, pathos, and logos. And in Toastmasters Monica's speech today, I found each one of those elements. She built credibility, she connected with us through emotions, and then she had logic to substantiate what she was saying. The way she started meant that I'm seeking attention, listen to me, there's something important to be told here. The way she established the conflict at the very beginning when she said that there is priorities between work and personal life which are at stake. We were all ears. The second strength of the speaker is the conversational style. She was doing a role play when she was talking to her boss about the situation at hand. The tonality, the voice modulation, and how the two people were speaking clearly denoted who was who. She also sprinkled the speech with amazing quotes and ended with a thoughtful question for all of us: what is your leadership style? Now, with a speech like that, when it has almost all the ingredients in it, what more can you add to it? So I was thinking on that, and I realized that if there is something that needs to still be added to it, is a balance. Today, although there was a lot, but it was actually a lot for a human mind to grasp. There were too many quotations. I was a little confused when we talked about the democratic style, we talked about certain other leadership styles, but I thought there was some more clarity which could have come if the content was reduced for a 5 to 7 minutes speech. So I would suggest to bring in lesser content and more clarity. It is said that clarity precedes mastery. So overall, a great speech with all the elements, attention being sought at the beginning, conversational style, quotes, and ending with a thoughtful question. Only if we add some balance to it, it will bring in the clarity that is needed for our audience. That's it. And with that, I would hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Chintan.
Master Mohit for that wonderful evaluation. And let's hear from another Toastmaster from Sani House. None other than the better half of our Toastmaster Mohit, Toastmaster Dipti, to evaluate the speech, the second icebreaker speech of Toastmaster Ragini.
Thank you, Chintan, for that warm welcome and that beautiful introduction. And I'm blessed to evaluate Toastmaster Ragini's speech today. So while she started delivering her speech, she reminded me of the ECG machine. And an ECG machine always has spikes going up and down. But he well delivered speech, Toastmaster Ragini. And I decided to group feedback for you in 3 categories based on what I saw, what I heard, and what I felt was brilliant eye contact. I also saw that you had internalized your speech. You'd not learnt it, you were not reading it. And that made a connection with the audience, especially me. But what I missed or I did not see were your hand gestures, because of which I could not feel a stage presence, which is imperative to a speech delivery. Unblur the background, use hand gestures, and fix your camera at least until the place that I have, so that we can see your body language. What I heard today was a conversation with a friend. You were talking to me, you were sharing your story. And this was clear and seamless delivery. But what I missed or I did not hear was a conclusion, a message that you would have wanted to share brings a speech to a close. That is what I missed hearing. Finally, what I felt touched. I was reminded that the only place that you can go if you hit the rock bottom is towards the top. That is what I felt. But what I was waiting to feel is the purpose, the message that the audience can speech. I understand that it was because of paucity of time and you'd seen the red flag. But let's make the speech more crisp so that we can deliver it effectively with an audience takeaway. So, a beautiful speech, brilliantly delivered. I enjoyed it from beginning till end. But just a little work on your gestures, on giving a robust conclusion or end, and sharing the key takeaway will take it to the next level. All the best for all your future speeches, Ragini. Great job. Thank you. And back to you, Chintan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dipti. And now is the time to call the third of my Toastmasters journey. And I still discuss every bit of my journey with him. My partner in crime, Toastmaster Ashish to evaluate the third speech.
So much journal evaluator. Let of Toastmaster Deepak's icebreaker. If this is what is called a disaster, then my dear friend, I would wish disaster to all of us. I would start my evaluation by this lovely quote, which I use sparingly. And I use occasion like this. Eloquent speech is not from the lip to the ear, but from the heart to the heart. And your speech, my dear friend, today touched the hearts of all of us. You spoke right from your heart as well as your hand. In as much you excelled at starting with a quote that every master was once a disaster. Took off your speech right in the beginning. The body of it, you had amazing stories, how you started your schooling, how you went from schooling to college, how you went with regard to your job, not getting your job initially, and then finally getting one, that too of roles, and then finally getting on to the roles, and then finally getting on to the nomination and still losing there. It had up and downs, literally a roller coaster. And you ended with an amazing quote, even more amazing quote. If you think you are a disaster, you will become a disaster. And that's not what you are thinking about. Instead, you joined Toastmasters to work on your area. Kudos, my dear friend. You excelled at many dimensions right in your icebreaker. I have two recommendations for you for your next speech. The first is a sign of confidence. I would recommend you to not blur your background, because when you do that, when you are moving, your movements also tend to get blurred. My second recommendation for you is that with regard to the usage of English, for most of us, English is not our first language. It is second or third, and it is not taught till very late. So what I would recommend you is draft your speech and check it with the tools like ChatGPT, which will help you to correct some of those grammatical pieces and increase the impact of your speech from here to right up here. In summary, you are a master in the making. Your speech excelled at conveying a message with the heart, with amazing hand gesture, great starting and ending. Keep coming on the stage, unblur your background, use the tool for checking your grammar, and I would be keenly watching your journey. Back to you, Journal Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish, for that encouraging evaluation. And now let's move ahead and take the reports from tag team, starting with the timer. Toastmaster Rahul, may we have the report of your timer? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan. I was reading one statement from the book which my team member wrote, and it says that time can easily be categorized as one of the most precious yet underutilized resources in the world, the importance of which can only be understood by those who have either lost it or those who are clever enough to realize its value. I think we are becoming clever enough because we get to understand the value of time in on each and every Toastmaster meeting which we have on Sunday. So with that, I let me share my timer report with all of you, and I will be sharing my screen. All of you. Perfect. Thank you so much, Chintan, for confirming. All right. So as you can see my screen, we have 3 speakers, then 5 table topic speakers, and then 3 speech evaluators. So Toastmaster Monica, she took 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Toastmaster Ragini, in her first icebreaker speech, she took 7 minutes, 49 seconds. So she got disqualified. Then Toastmaster Deepak, as well, in his icebreaker speech, he took more than the allotted time, which So time taken was 6 minutes 37 seconds. He was also disqualified. Then comes to table topics, speeches. Guest Manoj, he took 2 minutes 36 seconds, so he got disqualified. Then Chintan, 2 minutes 14 seconds. Toastmaster Deepthi, 2 minutes 16 seconds. Guest Rajinder Pupli took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Seema took 2. Speech evaluation took 2 minutes 42 seconds. Toastmaster Deepthi, 3 minutes 6 seconds. And Ashish took 2 minutes 52 seconds. So this is the timer report from my, in case you have any question, please reach out to me, ask me. Otherwise, I think, yeah, I am good. Back to you, Toastmaster
Thank you so
Chintan.
much, Toastmaster Rahul. And you are not good, you are the best. It was an amazing report with visual presentation. And let's see how much turbulence we had today in our flight with the R counter, Toastmaster Umesh. Let's welcome on the stage the R counter of the day for the report.
Good afternoon, everyone. That reports are the one thing, the turbulence report, as mentioned by the general evaluator, is, and that is thrice. Now, next is Toastmaster Chintan. No arms, but he took 2 long pauses. And the next is Toastmaster Sagar. He used 2 and twice. Now, as I have noted down that the most used word by us is so and and. So my suggestion will be, instead of using these words, try to use other conjunction to articulate your words in your speech. And one more thing, it's not a bad thing to use touches and filler words, but it is recommended to use it in a limited amount. So my suggestion for all the speaker will be, try to improve your vocabulary, bring new words so that you can use it in conjunction. And whenever you don't have any word in your mind, keep calm and take your time to articulate your thoughts. That's all from my side. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Umesh, for that comprehensive report along with the tips and tricks how we can improve about our filler words. It didn't rain today, neither did it pour. So let's see what our grammarian has in the store. Let's welcome on the stage Toastmaster Ashish to present his report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan, for subtly using that phrase of the day, and the phrase the day in total is used 4 times. And the champion is Toastmaster Ragini for having used it twice in her speech. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ragini. The good usages did not rain today. It poured. Let's go on. My report can take half an hour. But since I have to report to timer as well, I'll try to make it short. Toastmaster Mona used the word cold behavior. Leaders are bridge. Jim Quincy Adams quote, if your action inspires, you are the leader. Toastmaster Ragini used laughing stock, roller coaster ride. Toastmaster Mohit used segue into the another segment. Clarity precede mastery. Wow, such a lovely usage. Ethos, pathos, and logos. Toastmaster Sagar used thoughtful questions. Being fearless in the absence of fear is not the absence of fear. Guest Manoj was amazing. He used quite many good usages. Speaking is like a cakewalk. Eyeballs were popping up. Toastmaster Chintan, he made us feel butterflies. As cocky as I am. Wow, such an amazing usage. Toastmaster Dipti, prodigy of online Toastmasters. Lovely usage. It was God's plan to have you. Seize the moment. Toastmaster Rajinder, how humble and polite he was, using these words and also throughout his table topic. Toastmaster Seema, again, amazing usages. See the bright side of it. No one can help you unless you help yourself. Timer Rahul, value of time is realized by those who have lost it. Indeed, it was a delight for me noting down all these usages. Couple of areas of improvement. For the speakers, they were very good in general. Some areas like the dream to job could have been the dream was to have a job. So for especially the prepared speeches, I recommend usage of the grammar check before you're delivering it to make it a little more sharper. Also, I noticed the usage where I was looking. Instead, it should have been what I was looking for. But these minor infringement or infraction or missteps or mazes are nothing compared to the overall good usages we had. Word of the day maze was used twice by Mona and just by myself. In my evaluation also, I did not use it. See how silly I am. Back to you, journal evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish, for that wonderful grammarian report. And now comes the time for my report of the entire meeting. When the meeting starts, can anyone tell when the Toastmasters meeting start? Toastmaster Mahek had asked lost many questions. It's my turn. When the meeting starts, can anyone unmute and answer?
10:30.
On time.
10:30, okay. Anyone else?
When the sergeant arms actually hit the gavel.
Okay, yeah. We didn't see the gavel today, but yeah, that's true. Any other suggestion?
When I joined the meeting.
Yeah, that's very true. The line starts where I stand. So the Toastmaster meeting typically starts at the very end of the previous meeting. And this meeting also started just after the last meeting. I saw the EC members, president, everyone planning the meeting, planning the open house, and it was planned to perfection. The PR poster was released by Toastmaster Meg, and it was amazing. Then the meeting actually started today morning at 10:30. Actually 10:33, because in 10:30 we were looking for a grammarian. So I request all the members, all the role takers to please start joining the meeting at 10:25 at least, so we can roll call and we can ensure that we have agenda complete from our end. Second thing which I want everyone to have a practice is to rename yourself with your role, and just mention during the SA address, if it is possible, to rename guests also, so that when president calls the guest, it is easily identifiable. When Toastmaster of the day is looking for the role, or poor general evaluator is looking for the roles, then it will be easily identifiable. Started with Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak, who introduced Toastmasters in an amazing way. It was insightful, necessary. And just before that, we learned the metaphor of open house, how the term was coined, and what are the similarities between open house for houses and in Toastmasters. So Toastmaster Dipti, it was wonderful to start the meeting with that note. Then Toastmaster Mahek handed over the stage to the evaluators and the speeches. I believe all the speakers were amazing and they have got the correct, precise, and encouraging evaluations. Few points for evaluators: when you are mentioning something, tell how. For an example, when Toastmaster Mohit, you correctly mentioned every commendations, but when it came to recommendation, you said the content was too much. Maybe you could have said what you felt overwhelmed with. What part from that speech could be removed so that they can know what to trim off from the speech. I loved the evaluation from all three. For example, Toastmaster Dipti, I loved how you innovated and divided into three parts. For you, the suggestion is you said the timer shoot up the time and spoke more than red card. You could have said, you told that time could be managed well, but how? Maybe practicing with the timer, maybe identifying the speech rate, something like that, so that practical suggestion where speaker can take and implement in the next speech. Coming to the third evaluator, Toastmaster Ashish, I loved how he summarized in the initial part of his evaluation the speech. But that explanation took a bit of time and toll on the commendation. So we I personally couldn't understand completely what were the commendations, but I could completely understand the recommendations. So we could avoid summarizing the entire speech, what we have already heard, and just jump back to commendation, recommendation, and commendation. That would be much valuable in my opinion. Then came Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Sagar. What a wonderful session we had. A reflection of our own journey and a necessary step for everyone who's attending for the first time or for the new members. Amazing topics. You also complimented the speakers after they spoke, and that's how a table topic should be done, in my opinion. I loved how Toastmaster Mohit has presented the orientation kit, and Toastmaster Mehak has shown us the Toastmasters navigation. I loved how she has shown how project should be opened, how we should go through the material. Because most of the times when Toastmasters come, after a few years, they have one regret that they are not improving. And if we look back, it's most of the times they go on a project, open the evaluation sheet and give the speech. It's important to review the material which is there on the pathway, and it's very well needed point. I loved the Toastmasters promise which Toastmaster Mohit had asked us to speak and agree upon. I loved the entire tech team introduction and their reports. One thing I would like to say to Toastmaster Rahul, you had a great quote about time. If it could have been in your introduction to emphasize why time is important and maybe why important in Toastmasters or for speeches, it would have been cherry on the cake. Toastmaster Umesh has wonderfully said with the analogy of a flight why our counter is important. But he told the tips in a later part of the report. These tips also could come at a very early age. And came Toastmaster Ashish. Toastmaster Ashish has played 3 roles today. Can anyone tell?
Listener?
Anyone? Listener, he played evaluator and he played grammarian. And I could see him putting everything which went right in the chat box. It was as if the transcription is being made. I don't know how speedy he is with the typing, but a lot to learn from him for doing that evaluator. Then came my role as a general evaluator, and I'm open to the feedback from all of you. I loved the entire session. This is how an ideal open house should be conducted, because it was for both new members and for the ones who are looking for what's in it for them in Toastmasters. So thanks a lot. And I hand back the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chintan, for this effective evaluation for all of us. I'm sure we are here to improve, and we will take the points for your feedback and will incorporate in the future meetings. With this, we are almost at the end of our meeting. But before we close, I want to extend a heartfelt thanks to everyone who attended the meeting today. It was an orientation kind of meeting for all of us to remember that why at the first place we have joined Toastmasters, and at the individual level, what basically Toastmasters is and how it will offer help to all of us. We enjoyed the experience, and I think we have got a glimpse of how Toastmasters can help you achieve your communication and leadership goals. If you have any questions, or would you like to learn more about becoming a member, or if any of the members have any questions related to the topics related to the speeches or anything that we have discussed today, you can reach out to any of us, maybe after the meeting or towards the end of this meeting. Remember, in Toastmasters, every voice counts and every story is valued. So thank you all once again. Now I would hang back the stage to our presiding officer for the day, Toastmaster Mohit, carry forward. Thank you.
Huge round of applause for Toastmaster Mehak. What an amazing session we've had today. answers a lot of questions we have been carrying for quite some time now. So very effective session. Like all good things, this meeting should come to an end now. I know we are a little over time already, but there are two important things before we end the meeting. You've already seen the link for the best role player and best speaker vote today. So I would request the timer to time for 1 minute so that the people who haven't yet voted can do so. Your vote counts, and I'll put it up in the chat one more time. Timer, can I request you to time us for 1 minute?
Sure, time is started.
Thank you.
Mohit can't see the link.
Yeah, but I can't see the link.
Okay, let me try posting it again.
Did you post it on for the meeting group chat? I hope
Yeah, I thought
not as a direct message.
Yes, I'll do it
Yeah.
again. Just bear with me. Please confirm if you have it now.
Yes.
The reason why we did today's session was to encourage you and your request you to not only renew the membership or start the journey of Toastmasters for yourself, but also pass this along to someone you care for. It takes a bit of encouragement to get somebody to start a new journey, and if it comes from somebody who's known to you, then it makes a whole lot of a sense, and it makes it easier. So I'm putting it on the chat box. We have a September offer. So this is to start and take a step forward this September. We have probably better offer in terms of cost also, and definitely in terms of return on investment. So pass on this to a friend or relative you care for, so that they can start or renew their Toastmasters journey. Of course, we are all here if we can help you. And while we are also waiting, I would like to
Time
open
is
it
over.
up. Okay, thanks, Toastmaster Rahul. I would also open it up in case anybody would like to share their feedback. Today we have had the Toastmaster Rajinder. Sir, would you like to share a few words about how your experience was?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the invite. It's always been a pleasure to meet so many wonderful people. And I'm also relieved that the world is not that bad. The world is a good place to live. With all the negative news coming from the papers and the TV channels. So please allow me to say a few lines in which I've used the word of the day. It just cropped up in my mind right now. Just a few lines. I will not take much time.
Sure.
If you allow me. Yeah. World is a stage and life is a maze. Need to enjoy every page. I'm cosmic play. World is a stage, life is a maze. Like a good reader, every page. Thank you. Is the closing ceremony of Paralympics. We sadly or unfortunately don't celebrate Paralympics as much as Olympics. They have done a wonderful performance, spectacular presented with 29 medals and about dozen medals by women athletes. So let's congratulate and cheer for them. So
Hooray!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijinder. Amazing. Yeah, you have an amazing way of putting everything together and conveying almost